As a new agent, there is nothing scarier than telling a seller they are wrong, especially when they are wrong by about $150,000. I got a call from a couple whose home had been on the market for $270,000. It expired, no takers. Now, for context, the average sale price in Kennebec County at that time was $115,000. They were asking for double the market average, but they agreed to meet with me. I knew walking in that I was walking into a minefield. I didn't just guess, I did the work. I dug into the deed, pulled out the old MLS sheets, and checked the tax records. I toured the home, and honestly, it was cool. An antique historic farmhouse, 200 years old, with a big barn and 10 acres. I could see why they loved it. But then I went back to the office to run the numbers. It wasn't easy. There was no perfect comps. I expanded the search, I adjusted for the land, the outbuildings, the age, and no matter how hard I tried to make the math work, I couldn't. The number staring back at me was painful. Mid-120s. They had listed at $270,000. I was coming in at $125. I remember thinking, this is not going to go over well. I sat down at their kitchen table. I laid out the report. I didn't just give them a number. I showed them the sales data and the market conditions. I could feel the tension building with every comparable sale I showed them. Finally, they dropped the bomb. But we really need $165,000 to buy our next home. This is the hardest conversation in real estate. It doesn't matter what you need. The market only cares what it's worth. I told them I would rather disappoint you now with the truth than disappoint you in 6 months when the house is still here unsold. We decided to test the market, and amazingly, we found a buyer who was willing to pay the mid-160s. I was shocked. Maybe I was wrong. But here's the kicker. The bank appraiser came out. The appraisal came back at a similar value to what I had originally arrived at. The market spoke, the bank spoke, the price was the price. But because we had built a trust early on, they respected the process. We adjusted, and we still made the deal happen. Here's a lesson for every seller out there. Pricing is not a guessing game, and your need doesn't dictate the market's value. And for agents, it is always better to be honest about the price, even when it's tough, than to lie just to get a listing. Honesty builds trust, and in this business, trust gets the deal closed. Got a real estate question? Drop it in the comments. I might answer yours in the next video.